day, human Latiosites! This is Latios Azubral, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Picross, where we use logic puzzles to draw Pokemon pictures. Let us begin. So, here we are. Alright, we have some more puzzles to do, don't we? So you know what, let's start here. What do we want to do? We want to use a Water type and Blue Force. Who has Blue Force? You have Blue Force. So, Froakie, you can go do this. We're going to do this in 5 minutes. Here's hoping for the best. Let's do this. Alright. Alright, so we know for a fact we're going to have a 5 and a 2, which means these need to be in here. We know that's true, which means this needs to... Wrong, I meant this one. Definitely meant that, because that has to be true. Alright, so we have that as true. We know that this needs to be true, which means this is not. This has to be true, because that can't be. Alright, we know that. That's good to know. Which means we know for a fact this isn't true, which means this is true. Which means this has to be true. Which means that's true. Such useful information, I must say. Alright, now we have... These have to be true. So these aren't true. Which means this... Actually, we don't know here. So, we do know, though, that this is probably true. Okay, good, that must be true. Alright. Which would mean that these aren't true. Good to know. This can't be true now, which means that these are true. I didn't mean to click on that one. Though that does make life a little easier for us. Alright. So... we know for a fact that this has to be part of the 3. And... we need a 2 in here. I meant to click on the one next to it. But you know what? That does make life easy. Actually, the 2 could be on there, but that would make this true. For a 4, we need... well, that has to be true because of the 4. Which means that... well, we already know this isn't... this has to not be true. Because that's part of the 2, this has to be true because this can't be. Which makes that true. Alright, where would this 2 be? We need a 2 and a 3. This needs to be a 2. Come on, we're running out of time now. Alright, you know what? We know that this has to be part of the 2, which means this can't be part of the 2. This can't be part of the 2. That's obviously not true. Which means we need a 2 and a 1, so these are true and that has to not be. Alright. Now because of this, we know that this needs to be... we need a 2 somewhere. This can't be true, which means this is true. Which fills up this column. Which means we have... these 2 have to be true. It's either this one or this one. We need a 2 and a 3. That has to be true because of the 5. That's true. Get this, this, and that. There we go. But I didn't use the blue force, so I messed up. Great, well we're gonna get 2 Picross. Unfortunately, I forgot to use the blue force because I'm not very bright. That kinda sucks. But, you know, what are you gonna do? Whatever. I have been doing the, going back and doing, like, the hidden... well, doing all the challenges off screen with this stuff to get all of the items, or the Picross, so we can continue. That said, here we want to use Blue Force 3 or fewer times instead of 2 Pokemon. Well, that is fine with me. Let's do this! So here's as long as we can do it in 5 minutes, we're good. Alright. So, alright, 7, we know we have... these have to be true. Okay. Now that we have that... that has to be true, this has to be true. These have to not be true. Meaning these have to be true. And this has to be true. Alright, now that we know this... we know... it has to be a 3. We also know, though, that the... I didn't mean to click that one, but you know what? It makes it easier for us, because now we know that can't be true, which means this is true. Which means that's not, which means this is. That's true. This has to be true, which means these aren't true. Alright. That is convenient to know. You also know that's not true. Neither is this, which means that also this isn't. So you know one of these 3 has to be. My guess would be the middle one, but I could be wrong. Alright, we also know that... no, wait a minute, we know that this has to... since this can't be true, this has to be true. Which means I meant to click that's false, because that's obvious. Alright. Okay, so now... we know this can't be true. This can't be true, which means this is true. Which means that is that column. That has to be the 1. That has to be true. That has to be true. Alright, so we have that done. You know what? I'm gonna use Blue Force now since we can. Alright, what do we know now? We know these have to be true. That has to be true. Meaning this can't be true. That's the case. Meaning we know that that can't be true. We also know this row. Therefore we have that. That has to be true, meaning This has to be true. We need a 1, so... No, that has to be true. Which means this has to be true. And there. There we go! Thank you, Blue Force. With that, we drew and captured Trico! There's a mural tile and 5 Picross. Awesome. Alright. So... No, I'm gonna go back a little bit for right this second. And here we have these password stages. This place seems to be locked by a secret password. If you get the password somewhere, you should be able to unlock it. Alright, so... let's enter some passwords. So here are the passwords for this game. So any of you guys who want them for this, here they are if you're in the US version. This is for the US version, though. 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 5. So a secret stage of Area 3 is unlocked. For Area 4, it's 7, 5, 6, 0, 3, 3, 7, 2. For Area 4, for Area 5, 7, 2, 0, 0, 5, 6, 0, 1. And for Area 6, it is 9, 6, 7, 3, 4, 2, 5, 5. I guess for Area 5, and that's all stages. So those are all the passwords. So those of you who want to unlock these new stages, well, these password stages, they're available. So, let's actually do this. Now, I'm thinking that it's going to be a larger stage, so I'm actually going to use Manaphy. It's 20 by 15. We want to use Blue Force at least once, and a water type, so maybe Manaphy is actually good for this. And we want to do this within 30 minutes. Hopefully we can do that. I mean, what else do we have to use that we can? Perhaps Greninja can? I don't know exactly how, since that's the same exact thing. Well, this thing will freeze time. I'm gonna go with Celebi, since it has a different ability and all. Let's do this! Alright. Wow, this is a big puzzle. Alright, so we know that... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use Manaphy. Alright. We know... that is gonna be true. And that... this is gonna be true. I don't know how helpful it's gonna be in the long run, but we can tell that's true. Alright, we also know... well... you know that those have to be part of... that has to be part of the 1. Can't possibly be part of a 2. Or more. We also know... actually, we don't have that much information about this, to be honest. We do know, though, that we have infinite time with this blue force, which is kind of nice. Alright, that said... We know that this has to be true. I don't know what the one next to it, though. Alright, we do know also that those have to be true. Alright, we also know that yeah, I'm kinda confused now as to what to do. You know this has to be part of a 1. This would have to be part of the 5, which means, you know, that's true. This would have to be the 3. And this would have to be the 4. That would be part of the 5. That's all we know. There's the 2, which means this can't be. So it could be here or here. If that's the case, that would mean this isn't. That would mean that's the 1, which is convenient to know. Alright, we also know this has to be true. Which means that has to be true. Which makes that the first 2. You know, that's not true, which makes this true. Which fills in that column quite nicely. Alright. We also know these can't be true, which means these aren't true. What else do we know? I really don't know what else we know. This is a bit confusing. Alright, we have a 3. Which means we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 in a 15 slot. Alright, well we know that this has to be true. These have to be true. And these have to be true. This has to be true. Which means these can't be true, which would make this true. We also know these can't be true. That can't be true. And these can't make a 3. We also know, therefore, this can't be true, because these have to add up to 5. Which would make this a 2. Alright. I really hope this is a cool Pokemon. Because this is a lot of work. Alright, we also know this has to be true. Which does that for us. So now, this has to be a 1. This has to be a 4. Alright, so we have... so we know that yeah, we have a 12 space and 10 spaces, so that's not helpful, except we know for a fact that that's going to have to be true. And that has to be true. That is, I think, also true then, which would make these not true. Which makes this true. Which would make that true. All right. Now we also know that this has to be a 3, which means that can't be true. We know this has to be part of the 6. Actually, we also know this has to be part of the 6. Alright, now we also know this to be part of a 4. These have to be part of either a 4 or a 2. That has to be true because it's part of a 2. Which means that can't be true, which makes this true. Which makes that true. Which makes that not true. We already know that's not true, which makes them also not true. Okay, so now we have some information that could be helpful. We know if this is a 2, that has to be true, because that would mean this can't be, because this would be a 1 and a 2, they can't connect. Alright. Well, we know this starts with a 3, so these have to be true. Which means we know for a fact... Alright, that could potentially be true, but those aren't. We also know this can't be true now, because that has to be a part of the 2. It can't be the 1. And we know it has to be part of the 1. Problem is, now we're at a bit of a, I'm a bit confused as to what to do next now, because, well, we know for a fact, though, actually, that this has to be a 6, which means that has to be true. Which means that these have to be connected to get the 6. We don't know if it goes downward or if it goes upward from there, but we know we have a 4, we have a 1, we have a 2. We know everything below here has to be 2, so that can't be true. Meaning this has to be the 1. These have to be in the 2s. That has to be the last 2. Which means we have... well, it has to start with a 5, meaning that has to be true, which completes this column. This gives us this. We also know the rest of that row can't be. It has to be one of those 2. Can't possibly be there. Which means that's true. This has to be a 1. Alright. Which would mean that we need more information. Great, alright. Well, we know for a fact, if this is going to be a 7, it actually... yeah, if this is going to be the 7, it's going to have to go... these are going to have to connect. Which would make it a 5. But I don't know if they go down or if they go up. Well, we need a... well, we know actually this has to be the 2. We don't know where the 3 goes. Well, you know that's a 1. Well, actually, you know, we need... Hold on. This needs to be a 3, actually. Okay. Can fill in there. Okay, so we know actually that this is a 2, making this a 1. Which means we need the 2 here and that 1. Okay. Now that we have that, this could be a 2 or it could be a 1 right here. I don't know if that's a 2 or a 1, so I can't do anything there, but we know that's a 1. We don't know if it's the first one or the second one, though. Looks like it's the second one. But either way, this has to be a 1. Meaning that this needs to be part of the 5. Okay, so now we know that's part of the 5. Well... You know that can't be true. Which would mean we have... Actually, I don't know how much that really helps us. Well, we need to add more stuff. Obviously. Alright, we know this has to be the 2 then. Which would make this the 5. Which would make this the 4. Not that that's helpful. You know, this is the 4, which means... Actually, I don't know what that means. Alright, well... We know that this needs to be the 6 then, because it can't connect to the 3. This would have to be the 1, which completes that. Which is convenient to know. Alright, well, we know that this needs to be a 1. Fair enough. Alright. Which means the 1, making that a 2. Which would mean this needs to be empty. Okay. which would make these two true, meaning that fills in there. That would have to be true, meaning that is not. Okay. At least we have the first 5 columns taken care of. Alright, let's see if we can do this in the next few minutes. Alright. This needs to be a 3. This has to be part of the 2 then. Alright. Once we have that, we know... I mean, it doesn't be part of the 2? We know this needs to be part of the 3. This needs to be true, which completes there. Wait a minute, we need a 5. Because we already have 3 1s here. But this would have to be part of the 1, so that can't be true. Meaning this can't be true. That would make this one true. But then this would have to be the 1. Which can't connect to there, it would have to be that true. Make that true. Huh. That's the only way this would make sense there. But that would make this not true. This couldn't be true, but then this would have to be true. Wow, that's a way to confuse yourself. Alright, well the rest of that row's done. Okay. Alright, well we know for a fact that these need to be true. In fact, those all need to be true. Because we need to fit 2 2s in here. Which means that needs to be true. Okay, so now we need to figure out where... Well, these have to be part of the 4 then. Which completes... there. That needs to be a 2. Alright. This needs to be the 1 then. Oh, wait a second. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? This is probably true then. Which would do that. Alright, now that means we have 4 and a 2. Well, we know that this needs to be a 4, which means that's the case. That needs to be the 1. We have the 4, then the 2. Okay. Now we have... That can't be true, which means this would have to be the 2. Okay, so if we have a 1, then a 1, the 3 would have to be over here, meaning that has to be part of the 3. Meaning this is the 2. Yeah, that's the 2. And they have to be in the 3. Which means these can't possibly be in the 2s. How is that helpful? Other than we know this needs to be the 4. Okay. And we have the 3. There's no way we're doing this within the half an hour limit. No way. But we know now that this needs to be true. No, wait a minute. No, it doesn't have to be true because these can be true. We know that can't be true, which means we have one of these. It could be any of these, though. But these need to be connected. And... which would make that the one that goes there. So that wouldn't be true. Which means this can't be true. Which means it has to be one of these two. It can't be this one because it ends the 5. Which would go there, making that true. Now, because this row is now empty, that has to be true. That has to be true. Alright. Meaning this is true. We're gonna just miss the half an hour limit, aren't we? There's the 4, and that works. Okay. Meaning that can't be it. It would have to go here. Meaning that would have to be a 2. This needs to be a 2. That has to be true. This can't be true. So we've already missed the half hour limit. I am so sorry. I'm getting myself stuck on this. This is starting to look like Greninja, which is kind of odd, considering we already have Greninja. That needs to be true. That has to be true. Wait a minute, what am I doing? These don't have to all be true. Inevitably, some of them are. We know that has to be the 2. Which of these can we eliminate already, automatically? Well, we know these have to be... That has to be a 1. There we go. That fills that in. Okay. Which means this can't be true. Except this has to be true. That is unfortunate. What is wrong with this picture? Unless this just isn't true. That would have to not be true then. Because that wouldn't make sense. Huh. What if... Wait a minute. The two have to go somewhere. Which would mean have to go downward. Like that. Except this would need to connect to something. That can't be it. Have to be here. Because we need another one in here anyway. So that would have to connect. Meaning that would become part of the 5. Wow, okay. That would be the 3 then. This would need to become a 3. My. Okay, this needs to be a 1. Which would make this part of the 2. Wow, this is confusing. This needs to be true. We already filled in the rest of that row, which means, well, that column, so that's true. Meaning that would fill in that column. This would need to be true. Filling in that column. So, what is wrong with this picture now? Something doesn't make sense. Something doesn't make sense here. We need... Four and a 1. What? Alright, wait a minute. We need a 1 here. So that can't be true. We need the 1 here. So that can't be true. So that would have to be true. Okay, so with that we drew an Ash-Greninja. Huh. Oh my goodness, that was not easy. Well, with that we did get Ash-Greninja. At least we got 2 Picross for that. 2 is better than nothing, I guess. Oh my goodness. Well, that's one of the password stages. Also, we can pick up some Picross here for this stuff. Codebreaker. Fair enough. Anything else we can get, or is that it? Whatever, I'll take 3. I'll take 3 Picross, I guess. Also, we can get more from just doing this stuff, which I've been doing off-screen anyway. Just to get some free, stuff. You can do the Professor Tetris challenges. They're fairly simple. I mean, just a way to, I guess, get some extra stuff. Well, Picross, I guess. Oops. What am I doing? Ah. There we go. You can get like 5 Picross, which isn't bad, I guess. So that brings up to level 5 with this. I've been doing this stuff off screen just because it's simple. Ah, thank you. That was a great workout, I suppose. Also, there are these mural tiles which we've been collecting, which we can start filling in. You can play with the mural tiles you've collected. You can't take Pokemon with you to complete murals, but on the other hand, the energy gauge won't go down. So with that, we have these things which we can do at some point. I don't know. For now, I mean, I might try to go back and try to complete some of these things that get Picross. I've been going back and doing some of these, the ones with crowns. And of course, next time I guess we'll go after this one. Set Mewtwo. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Well, and I guess maybe we'll have enough Picross at that point that we can unlock the next area. The area beyond here leads to somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna need another 3 Picross if we want to do that. Won't we? Well, so with that, we at least caught Ash-Greninja. That's definitely something. So next time, I guess we will go after this password Pokemon, whatever it happens to be, and perhaps even manage to move on to the next area. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.